Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to do this video for a long time. It's about addiction. Okay, not anything in particular like drugs or alcohol or maybe some kind of psychological addiction like lust, gambling, shopping, that kind of stuff. But in general, addiction. Okay, but there are ways to find specifics as well. All right. So in this video, I'll try to cover as much as possible. So first thing we need to know is number one is the first house. The first house shows one's personality, the innate quality of a person. All right. So dwell into the first house. Check everything. What are the argalas? What are the drishtis in it? What nakshatra it's in what particular pada, and what are the malefic influence or drishtis? Which let's say if you have a bad drishti from Saturn over the first house, or even if you have Saturn in the first house, which conforms to the Marana Karakastana, look everything. This will take at least, 10-15 minutes, right? Just to look at the first house and come up with a base understanding on what innate sort of level or feelings or behavior and mannerism would the person have. First house, very important. Okay. Second is the second house itself. The first and the second. The second is the house of assets. What do we bring forth from our previous life? Okay, what are the things that we bring forth? And from the second house, we can gauge the others to see that with this thing, this is as far as I can go. For example, if you have the fuel tank in your car and the destination, okay, you need to know how much fuel you have in order for you to gauge how far you can go, isn't it? Just like that, the second house shows the capacity of life in a person, how much a person has or how much asset a person has brought forth. The asset can be, which is why it's called Dhanabhava, means money and wealth, right? It talks about money, it talks about family, immediate family, mother, father, brother, siblings, and all that. Again, it's an asset, right? A good friend is also an asset, right? The second house, the 11th house, all talks about friendship. What else? Your speech is your asset, right? All these things. Which is why, what else? Second house is another important thing. Yes, donation, charity. Again, your tendency to help another person is an asset, right? So the second house shows assets and the capacity that one has to go through in this life. All right. So 1 and 2, and the third will be the sixth house, the house of disease. Now, the sixth is not exactly or specifically about disease. This is where it's important for people to understand the very essence of astrology. Right? It's just not something. The sixth is the house of disease. The second is house of wealth. The eighth is house of insecurity. It is true, right? But it's in a very vague context, right? We need to understand its deeper meanings, right? The deeper connotations of these each and every houses. So the sixth is the house of responsibility. To put it very simply, okay, the sixth is the house of commitment and responsibility. So once you lose that, say if you have an affliction in the sixth house, then your responsibility and commitment and your determination to do something would not be there. Okay, which is why the sixth is called a disease. Because say if you don't take care of your health, you're not responsible on your health, then you will have diseases. If you're not responsible to your job, all right, you don't work or you don't do your business well and all that, then of course you're going to have debt, right? Which is why the sixth house is the house of debt. It's also the house of diseases. It's the house of lack of motivation and all that. It's a house of punishment. It's the first Dushtana houses, right? Because when we fail to do our responsibility, all these things will just fall. It's the domino effect. Okay, please understand that the sixth house of responsibility, one's commitment over something. So you need to look at 1, 2, and 6 to see if the person, if the majority is 1, 2, and 6, all three are in a bad position or in a bad situation, then what we can say before going to the grahas, but we can say that okay, this person seemed to show some kind of a psychological analysis or the assessment of being an addict. It can be any kind of addict, any type of addict, but for sure this person would have the natural propensity to be an addict. Okay, so the grahas in concern now is the two grahas, mainly Venus and Rahu. Okay, as you know, both are very desirous kind of. They fall under the category of karma, desire. Okay, so Venus, if it's the sixth, that's a clear cut indication that one will have some kind of addiction. Okay, not it's still not specific, but Venus in the sixth conform with the Marana Karakasthana. Okay, Marana Karakasthana means when a graha goes to a particular house, it becomes dysfunctional because it's against its tattva, guna tattva. Venus is all about pleasure seeking, beauty, opulence, indulgence and stuff like that. The sixth is a house of commitment and responsibility, two different things. So when Venus goes into this sixth house, it loses its elemental powers, right? So it diminishes here, which is why Venus in the sixth is part of the Marana Karakasthana. Other grahas do have though, like Rahu in the 9th, Sun in the 12th, what else? Shani in the 1st, Mercury in the 7th, Mars in the 7th, Jupiter in the 3rd. So that's another thing we can talk about. But anyways, Venus in the 6th conforms with the Marana Karakasthana. That's a clear indication, okay, of addiction. The last is Rahu. Now, Rahu is the decider. Look at where Rahu is positioned, look at the sign where his position is, and what nakshatra Rahu is. Okay, that will give you clear, definitive answers to what sort of addiction this person may go. Or if the person comes to you, if a client comes to you, say that I have this particular drug addiction, then Rahu will actually show if this person do have it or not, and what can be done to fix. Now remember, astrology, Jyotisha, is tool for us to fix things. Okay, it's not totally based on something which is happening, it's totally fated, you can't do anything about it. It doesn't work that way. It is given by gods to us to fix things, right? So please remember that. One is not doomed if either a person is in some kind of addiction. No, it's not. The tool Jyotisha gives us a definitive remedy to solve it. Okay, so that's about it, I guess. So you have 1, 2, 6 Venus and Rahu. All right, so that's about it. I hope this video will be beneficial. If it is, please share. If you want to ask me some questions, post it up in the comments. Take care guys, be safe, namaste.